Hello, everyone.
Oh, hey, hey, we're live.
We're live.
We're live. We're here. Cool. Hey, gang. How are y'all this Tuesday? I've had too much caffeine. I'm trying to bring my levels back down. We should introduce this art stream. It's a more directed art stream today.
A directed
art stream. So we're running a Kickstarter at the moment for our book, Our Super Canadian Adventure, which got funded last night, which was awesome. Thank you so much if you backed it. It's at sarahgraley.com/kick, or you could probably just Google it really easily. But we're doing stretch goal art for that today. So our first stretch goal, which I think is very close to being unlocked, is a 2 postcard print set.
Yeah. And so you're going to be drawing 2 sort of like holiday postcard-esque things.
Yeah, they're like featuring our cats. Like our cats didn't go, just a heads up, our cats did not come to Canada with us. I think someone's already asked if Pesto went with us.
Yeah, like when we're packing our suitcases, like number one, the cats know what's going on.
They know what's up.
And then they'll just jump in the cases and stuff. And it's like, yeah. I would love if we could take the cats with us, but I think they would hate going on any kind of flight whatsoever.
Oh my gosh, like when we watched a video about a lady taking her cat on a flight, they have to take them through the security thing. You have to take them out of the case.
Oh.
And I don't like the idea. I feel like we can get Wilson out of the case, but not back in.
Yeah.
So what's the screen looking like? Okay, cool.
It's everything. It's your whole workspace.
Excellent, wonderful. I'm just warming up.
Wait, what do they know?
They know when we're gonna leave.
Oh, yeah.
They know. And this isn't Pesto, but this is Toby, and she's mad about it.
Oh my god, you can't do Toby with angry eyebrows. How do we tell anyone apart?
oh gosh. So yeah, I mean, these are my reference photos. I'm gonna do a postcard featuring the CN Tower. I searched the Space Needle earlier by mistake.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Yeah. Oh, zoomy. So I think, Steph, you're gonna keep an eye on the chat, kind of thing.
I'm keeping an eye on the chat.
So if you've got like any questions about the Kickstarter or our super adventure or anything, as long as they're polite questions.
Yeah, hi to everyone who's hanging out in the chat. There's currently some chat about Loonies and Toonies being real. They're totally real. Like the way that all went down, like literally like the last 2 comments we posted online, like the one about the gravy spiders and then the one about the Loonies and Toonies, like the Loonies and Toonies thing was the thing that I came at Sarah like straight after the gravy spider bit, because I knew that the Loonies and Toonies thing was a real fact, and Sarah was very much like not believing any of my my rubbish at that moment.
It sounds too cute to be true, and I love it. It's
so good. Like I don't think we have any good money. We don't have any good money names in the UK. Like it's just pounds and pence.
Someone pointed
out
kids? No, quids.
Oh,
quids
quid.
And squids. So it's
we don't really ever.
No one uses squids.
I don't think we ever say quid though.
Wait, I have a quick question for you.
That's 5 quid.
Is this gonna be a portrait or landscape postcard?
I
think I want them all to be portrait. I asked you.
Oh no, landscape.
Landscape,
because we want to do them for like desktop and mobile wallpapers as well, and you can't really convert a portrait thing to a
Can you not? Okay. Well,
I think when I think of a postcard, I definitely think of it being more landscape.
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, this is wild.
Welcome to.
The way you're doing this right now isn't good.
Is it not?
No, trust me.
Oh god.
So undo your rotating.
I can't.
Yeah, you can. Just press undo.
I'm pressing undo. It's doing
okay,
it.
so just you've only rotated the canvas right now.
Oh, okay, alright.
If you do that with shift held down, it'll snap to whatever.
Oh, I thought okay, alright. You?
So snap it to like back to original.
Oh, okay, alright. So I'm a professional comic artist.
Yeah, professional, huh? If you just go to image.
Okay.
And then just rotate it from there. So just 90 degrees.
I
Because like we actually want it to be this. If you, like, here's a handy drawing tip, everyone. You can use the canvas rotation if you want to rotate the canvas for some ease of drawing or ease of whatever. If you actually want to change the dimensions of your file, just completely do a proper rotation on that.
You know what? I recently learned about using the R tool to rotate stuff, and I got excited and wanted to use it.
Someone in the chat, Raptor Scarlet, we used to have tuppence and crowns. I guess we could still call a 2p, like a 2p piece of tuppence.
Yeah.
But no one ever, you don't get anyone other than like nans and granddads calling them tuppences anymore. Shillings and fourpence as well. I think there were halfpennies, if I remember, like reading if I can remember from like reading Famous Five books when I was younger. Can you imagine halfpennies being your thing? That they were spending on lashings of ginger beer, etc., etc., etc.
Is it okay if I just do a loose trace over this, or is this rude?
I think you should do your own interpretation a little bit.
Okay, alright.
A tiny bit.
Right. Let's just... I'm not... Buildings, you guys. Alright, here we go. We're getting into it. I don't need a reference picture of our cats, though. So, it's all good.
I mean,
what you mean? Burger.
Do you mean you've not been doing photorealistic cats?
Oh my god.
Senpai Spoonial says they also have the rare $2 bill. That's a US thing, right?
Oh, okay.
The $2 bill. I've seen pictures.
We've got £2 coins. So it's not... Somebody tried to tell me that $4 Canadian dollars existed and $8
No, it was like there was like it was a Facebook coin, and they said that there was such thing as a $4 Canadian coin and an $8 Canadian coin. I can't remember what the $4 one was called, but they said that, it was a forky and a slammer, and we were googling that stuff, and they lied to us.
I'm very gullible. They were trying to take me for a ride.
We got a riddle in the chat.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Raptor Scarlet was saying, I have a riddle for you. Two coins make 30 cents. One is not a nickel. What are they?
I remember this from Scrubs.
Yeah. It's a good riddle. It's a fun riddle.
Are you going to answer it?
We all know what the answer is. I don't want to answer it.
We know what the answer is.
Spoilies. One of them is not a nickel, is all I'm saying. One of them is not a nickel. Raptor Scarlet was raised in the Isle of Man, and that was the only place that had the £1 note.
Ooh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Unless this is also a lie.
No, I mean,
to us,
I think I can imagine that being a thing.
Okay.
So this thing is like, I find, so when we've gone to America for trips and stuff, like the whole like tipping culture is very real over there, and I feel like tipping work. You know, it's annoying that there has to be such a thing as tipping anyway. Like, you know, pay your workers people, but it's like, I think giving someone a piece of paper money feels okay. I feel like in the UK, like when you're in a restaurant or whatever, and you can like leave some pound coins or whatever, that works too. That's cool. But like, I can't imagine being able to tip someone in person with a pound coin. I think that seems like the weirdest. Like, there's a weird thing in my brain where it's like that would just feel like,
is that a
condescending or something? I don't.
Do you guys do that in America, or do you tip with coins?
You would never tip with a coin.
We're babies. We don't know what.
I think if you Google "can you tip with coins," the internet just explodes.
Say no?
It just explodes.
What if you like tip a large amount, but it's all in coins? No one wants a pocket of coins.
I don't think you can tip with coins. I think it's impossible.
I mean, I reckon this is possible.
VG Dad plays in the chat, says no. People will be furious if you give them coins. I don't think it would ever work. I think even like, I think you give someone like a $1 bill or a $5 bill or something.
Yeah, see,
that's normal. If you give them like a whole like bunch of quarters, they're just gonna start screaming, I think.
I forgot that dollar bills were a thing.
See, that was the thing. The first time I went to America, like, I think getting used to the whole tipping thing all the time was like weird. Like,
yeah, you don't want to goof it up. You don't want to be rude.
Yeah, I was just paranoid that there would be situations where like I didn't know if it was okay to tip, so I was just like always like googling like every time we went anywhere, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Like the first time I tipped someone at a bar, like I was like, am I doing this right? I felt like I was making believe, like playing make believe or something.
No, it's nice when you go places with people who live there, because you're like, hey, how much should I tip for this? What's good? Am I doing it good? Am I being rude? I don't want to be rude. Tipping's not so much a thing in the UK. Like,
well, there's like the quote unquote minimum wage in the UK, which is meant to be like livable, I guess. But I mean, I feel like in restaurants it's still very customary that like once when you've had a meal, you like leave a tip. But that's like the only main time I think there's like tipping in the UK, at least like popular, I guess.
You can tip for a haircut, although I don't think that's I don't know. Doesn't your mum tip for haircuts?
I have absolutely no idea.
Fun mum fact about your mum that I remember.
Fun mum facts. Mum's tip.
Mum's tip, sometimes.
Some people in the chat talking about tipping. Yeah, like I feel like in America especially, like people don't get paid much, so tipping. I'm okay with tipping like 100%, just because feels like
yeah.
I feel like if people are not getting paid a lot, then tipping just feels like the least you can do to sort of help that sort of problem.
It's nice as well to be like, oh.
Raptor Scout in the chat says, I think tip jar's nice because it's voluntary, you don't feel pressured to. Yeah, that's of course as well. I think we just came back from San Diego Comic-Con, and like I don't know if it's just like a San Diego thing, but like the whole thing there about paying, like it wasn't like a case of getting like the check brought to the table. It was a case of like going up and paying, which is like something we've not really. I don't think we've encountered all that much. It seems most of it's just been sort of like table service for paying and stuff. But then yeah, like that all kind of that felt like a new fun thing to get used to.
Yeah, no, we were just like sitting there like, we want to leave, why aren't they taking why aren't they giving us the bill? And then it's like, oh no, you go get the bill. But yeah, no, you're learning.
It's weird. I think at the end of the day, let's just pay everyone fairly, you know?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Everyone's working very hard. Let's pay people.
Yeah, let's do that.
So how's your
So this is the Space Needle. It's the
it's
CN
not.
Tower. It's the CN Tower.
Oh my god! So
the
we went to Seattle
Sorry.
and Toronto. We went to Toronto this year as well as like kind of like a last minute kind of like thing. And we went to them both very close together, and we went at both the CN Tower and the Space Needle.
Oh, which one did you prefer? Are you not allowed to choose?
I really liked. I love them. I enjoyed them both. I like going to places. So like when you go to like a new place, when there's like a very big landmark like the Space Needle or the CN Tower, it's very nice to get like the whole lay of the land of like being able to like see everything.
I think it was the Space Needle that made me feel sick though, walking on the glass floor.
Yeah, Space Needle had like larger glass floor, but I think that might have been a newish thing. Yeah. So I feel like that the first time we visited Seattle, we couldn't go there because it was closed on the only day that we had like free time on. And I don't know if that glass floor was like a new development, but it was like very much like a large amount of glass floor. Whereas the one at the CN Tower, I feel like the panels were a little bit smaller. So I get like not like quite vertigo, but like I get like the whole kind of like fear of heightsy kind of stuff when I'm at very high. And it didn't get me so much at the CN Tower. But I think that's because there were like a bunch of kids like lying about on the glass and stuff. So I felt kind of like, hey, if there's people lying about on the glass, this is pretty safe, right? My brain was like, this is all good.
Everyone's cool. Gotta play it cool.
Raptor Scarlet in the chat says that means you like to feel like you're playing Assassin's Creed, high place and scouting the map. Yeah, basically like exactly that. Except no like no diving off and landing in like a cart of hay afterwards. Which like I maintain like I don't think you could leap from that high up into a cart of hay and not get some damage. But hey.
I'm going to draw the cats parachuting by the CN Tower because they got no money, but they wanted to get the views. So they've got a plane. So what's the headcanon here?
The cats have like tailed us to Canada. They've chartered a plane somehow.
Yeah,
they snuck aboard, so they weren't allowed to land because there'd probably be some kind of like animal quarantine or something. So they've gotten their parachutes, they've jumped out, endangering God knows how many people, but they are just cats, and this is a cartoon, so it's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, I also might draw the other two. I'm gonna draw. Okay, Toby's cool. She has no fear. She's parachuting. I didn't look up any reference pictures of parachutes, so I'm probably gonna tidy this up in a bit. Off stream.
So how did the cats know we were going to Canada for this?
Because they know. They just know.
They just know. And then they're like, how did they know what flight to get on board?
They just knew stuff.
Can our cats read?
They just know.
In cartoon form?
Flight with us. Nah, I don't know. They just figured it out. Maybe they got a boat. You can get a boat to Canada, right?
But you wouldn't parachute out of a boat, Sarah.
Maybe they got their own plane. I haven't really thought this one through.
I was just thinking, like, I want the story behind the picture.
I didn't expect to get asked so many questions.
I've got all the hard-hitting questions. This is like...
Goodness.
There's some hard-hitting journalism. This is what I'm here for.
So once again,
to counter the whimsy.
So once again, just to clarify, our cats did not come to Canada with us, so they are not really in the Our Super Canadian book. I mean, there's like a snippet of them.
I feel like the way you're describing this makes it sound like we did take them to Canada with us, and we're trying to make sure people don't think we did. What have you got to hide, Sarah?
Who's holding on to Toby?
Who's holding on to Toby?
Yeah, maybe they're...
one of the other cats didn't get a parachute. So not only did they have like the wherewithal to like charter a plane or like sneak aboard a plane and get some parachutes.
And Wilson goofed it.
But Wilson didn't even get a parachute.
What you're sharing.
Why didn't Wilson get a parachute?
Maybe he doesn't know how to use one. Maybe he was like, it's cool, I'm good. And then he wasn't good. So this is too many questions.
Right. VG Dad Plays in the chat says they're not in Canada. Exaggerated wink. That's exactly what's going on right here. We're all in Canada right now. We're just like sneakily still in Toronto doing all of this.
Oh gosh.
Raptor Scarlet. So what you're saying is what happens in a cartoon isn't real? Yeah.
But Our Super Adventure's real.
I mean, Our Super Adventure is real, but like these postcards are fictitious events.
Sorry, gang.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Sometimes you read of like movie stars like taking their pets around with them and stuff when they go on like these big tours.
Oh,
like I feel like there was a thing where Kumail Nanjiani, who's like an actor in like a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I think like I saw him and his wife Emily tweeting about how they had their cat Bagel with them or something when they were touring about. But then I guess like hopefully like either they were probably going around like by car or something, or maybe like they didn't, or maybe they were taking like domestic flights, which I feel like we watched some videos about like how to take like cats on flights and stuff, just kind of out of curiosity. Yeah. And I feel like it looked like there was like a lot more legroom on domestic flights in the US.
Oh my goodness.
Because like, on international flights there is no legroom.
Which is like really mean because they're so long.
But like yeah, there's like definitely no space to like fit like a whole cat carrier thing under your seat. Like I can't even imagine. And our cats our cats do not travel well whatsoever. Like
my god! Imagine if you had to put them in the overhead.
Oh,
do you think they maybe
they would just howl and be sad the whole time?
Yeah.
Like they would not like it. We could never take them on a plane. I think it would be the saddest.
Okay, is Wilson like this or does he hate this? I
think Wilson has to look a little bit like he's got to have a little bit of maybe not full on fear, but like maybe he's not 100%. Just a manic grin. If anyone's gonna be manically grinning about it probably would be Wilson.
I love him.
He is like mischief.
Toby's face isn't large enough. I might redraw it.
I mean, this is only pencils. You could always just like resize the face.
I could. That's true.
But then that would break the magic.
I'm probably gonna redraw whatever parachute I draw, unless I do it perfectly first time.
I don't think I saw it. I think I heard a cat honk a second ago. I think it was Honko. Sorry,
so we can call Pesto Honko sometimes because all our cats, like when they want our attention, they don't come to find us. They just meow and random hallways.
Toby will come to find me and she'll pat me on the butt. But then she'll run away as soon as I turn and look at her. Whereas the rest of the cats will just kind of like meow loudly from their location. So Pesto will normally be like downstairs in the living room and do like a loud kind of honky meow. And then like Wilson and Pixel will just like yell from upstairs or something.
She is like a large duck and I love her. No, I've watched like Pickle has sat in the hallway and just like meowed and I've like walked into the hallway and just watched him just sit there meowing like out the wall. Aww. It's like, dude, I'm right here. Like, just walk in the other room. No, I don't. I'm gonna redraw this face. Sometimes when I draw our Super Adventure comics, a lot of it is just redrawing the faces.
We did do one of those like one of those time lapse video of the. One of those time lapse videos of you drawing, like I think had like your face change like about like 5 times during it, like or like rapid speed. It was very fun. But yeah, no, like this is kind of really exciting. I'm neither of us were expecting the Kickstarter to reach 100% in like 7 hours. Never mind like the first few days. We thought it was going to be a bit more slow going.
Yeah, we were really surprised. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you out there if you've backed the Kickstarter. That's like really, it's really very cool. Like we I think we were like, we launched it, and like the entire day we were feeling like really terrified about it because like
it's something new.
Yeah,
and
it's
we were
like
how is this gonna go?
Yeah, so it feels really nice that it's hit 100%, and then we get to start thinking about like cool extras like this. But we're gonna be doing these like postcards as extras with every like physical like tier that includes the books.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do them as like wallpapers for like phone and what's it as well, phone and desktop. If they'll convert, I think they should probably. We'll make it.
Yeah. We'll
figure it out somehow.
We can figure out the digital file. Should Wilson have like a fluffed up tail or a straight tail?
Oh, I think a normal tail.
A normal tail. So he's not like that spooked.
Yeah.
His tail should be up though, because he's going down. Yeah. So I think we're gonna actually. Sorry, I was just thinking about Toby's face.
Do you still need your reference picture up at the moment, by the way?
Oh, do you want it gone?
I just say that it's a bit more pure when you can just see the cats.
Oh, sorry, gang. Yeah, no, the postcards, we're gonna do like backs on them, so you can use them as postcards if you really want to, or you can just have them as art prints. Maybe a fun bookmark.
Stick them up on your wall.
That's what I do with them.
Good bookmark is it's like a bookmark,
like a really
slightly
chunky,
more features.
Yeah. And you can make notes on the back because the back will
be
somewhat plain.
Or when you finish a book, you can be like, I finished this book. Now I can send this bookmark / postcard to a pal.
Yeah, I mean you can do whatever you want. We're not. No, we're gonna bust in and be like,
how big is this? So are you gonna draw the parachute actually on there, or is it just gonna be like the wires going up?
No, it's gonna go up here, baby.
I was gonna say it's all quite big right now, right?
I want them pretty close to the thing. How do parachutes work? Is that how parachutes work? I'm gonna have a little bit of parachute in here. So, like a big mushroom, you reckon? When's the last time we looked at
mushroom?
I should have got.
Wait. Where would the what? What's the mushroom come into this?
Like that okay. So here's a parachute.
Yeah.
Like a big mushroom, and then there's Toby.
Oh yeah, but I don't think that's going to be on here, right?
Oh,
I mean, unless you have in the background the other two cats parachuting down a little bit further away.
Should they be parachuting or should they be on the CN tower?
I think there could be maybe one parachuting down, one has landed on the tower. If like one was on the tower though, like the tower's quite big, they are quite small.
How big would the cats be? Would they be like this?
I think they'd be. I mean, that to me is like a King Kong of a cat right there.
Maybe it's just very large. Pesto has got to. I mean,
Excellent.
I'm gonna break the rules. This is a
drawing. Go for it. This is a cartoon. Pesto is the size of half a building.
I think I should delete this and just have this.
Well, like in the background.
What do you think?
Wait, so what's in the foreground?
It's just that. It's just this.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Just that with the shanks,
No, I'm gonna get rid of it.
No, it's a good vibe. Oh, I miss it so much.
No, you don't. Wait, my strings. I've got to go back. I want to keep my strings.
Oh, yeah. It looks good. I believe in you.
Thank you.
You do what you want.
But is it a mushroom? We didn't actually decide. Or is it like that? I'm gonna Google parachute later, and I'm gonna draw it in later.
Raptor Scarlet in the chat says maybe one has a hand glider because they're classy.
Oh,
also, Raptor Scarlet says I have a question for Steph. I've been following the comics for a while because they're cute and amazing, and you should be super proud. But when was the first time you drew a comic, either about yourself or for a different story, and felt, yeah, I want to share this? Ooh. Is this a question for Sarah? I think this might be a question for Sarah.
Well, you did a comic.
Oh, I did a comic in the what's it? I did a comic in Our Super Adventure 2. It was like that was like a Kickstarter stretch goal thing.
Yeah.
And it was okay. It was an alright comic.
I really loved it.
I feel like it took me a long time. It wasn't
We were talking about this yesterday, and you were blinded by love.
Yeah, I think Sarah is 100% blinded by love. I was like I don't because I've not been like Sarah's been drawing since she was like a wee bean of a child.
Yeah.
And I have not been drawing I've drawn stuff throughout my little life, but not like dedicated, if that makes sense. Like I've not been like honing my craft all these years. I've just been like mindlessly doodling. So in terms of like mindless doodling, yeah, my doodle game, whoa, it's completely great. But yeah, my art skills are not there. But what about you?
What about me? What
about you? So when was the first time you drew a comic, either about yourself or for a different story, and felt, yeah, I want to share this?
Okay, so
like, what was the first like comic you shared online?
Here's the beef. I've been putting stuff online since I was about 12, because my introduction to the internet I guess it was Neopets, and like everyone would draw fan arts of the Neopets, and you have your web page for your Neopet, and obviously the coolest web pages had custom art, so I was like, gotta draw my custom art for my Neopet. And then I was on a site called Fan Art Central, and I was like, gotta put my Sonic OC on there. And then it was Deviant Art, so I've been...
What about comics, though, which was what the question was about?
I'm getting there.
What a long runway to get to the subject of the question.
There's still another postcard to draw, so, you know, we've got time. No, yeah, so, I mean, I've always been putting stuff online, like, I haven't really... So, I think when I did my first comic, it was... Naturally, I was like, it's gonna go online. Like, but yeah, I guess my first comic, probably when I was 19, maybe sooner. Well,
what was your first comic?
I don't want to say the name because I don't want people.
What was it? Just talk about what it was about.
Okay, it was about a girl and a bear, and the bear was like, I love this girl, and the girl was like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna go live on the moon. It's not gonna work out. But I drew it in a moleskin sketchbook. They're kind of like...
It's like a regular sketchbook, but for hipsters.
Yes, exactly. Kind of orangey, the paper. I just kind of drew it in that and then just scanned it in. It wasn't anything, like... It wasn't finessed. But yeah, I guess that's the first time, really. I did a lot of like drawing and stuff, and I would put that online. So I've been doing that since I was like 11 and 12. But yeah, I think I started with that comic, and then again, because I've been always putting stuff online, it wasn't really a thing that I was like, oh, do I want to share this? It was more like a thing like, I always share this, so I'm gonna go, I better put it online.
Yeah, kind of like this is like the logical last step for me is like sharing it online and getting like feedback and all that kind of stuff.
So
yeah, that's cool. I mean, I remember coming across your stuff online because of like you doing like stuff for Johnny Foreigner, like you did the plush ghost for Johnny Foreigner, and then they posted about your art and stuff. And I remember seeing like your first like comic stuff online, and I was like, yeah, this is really good.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, it was cool. And then you sort of later redrew it and had it as like a little book and stuff. And that was very good too. But yeah, good stuff.
Thank you.
Well done. Good art. Well done on the art.
Thank you. Yeah. When was the first Our Super Adventure comic? That might have been...
That was 2012, I think.
Like the very, very first one?
I think so, yeah. I think it was towards the end of 2012. Like, I don't think that was like...
I think that was drawn in the sketchbook too.
Yeah.
Freeform lines on the border.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was messy. But that's okay, you know, when you first start doing comics, you kind of just do whatever feels right.
Yeah.
And sometimes what feels right is drawing it in your sketchbook, taking a photo, and calling it a day. It's
kind of weird, like Our Super Adventure, like there was like a few that you posted online, and then like we kind of like did some like very rough like zines to give away at Thought Bubble, the sort of like the following year, or was it that year? Maybe it was like that year. Maybe it was 2012.
I think so.
But yeah, it was just like these little like floppy things that were like, I think they were like £1 on the table, and then we like
we just gave them away.
we decided to like give them away at the end of the weekend. But then like the following years, we'd get people who would come and like pick up Our Super Adventure and be like, oh yeah, I picked up that like, I think it was called Butt Buddies, right?
Yeah.
And people would be like, oh, I picked up like the little Butt Buddies thing you did last year and stuff. So it was cool that people like remembered it, like from that.
That was really.
And they were like proper, just like scrappy, like little black and white, little black and white printer paper, like home printed kind of things.
I mean, that's what I really like about comics. Is like you don't need to have like something really, really fancy. Like you can just do it, and you can do it on paper. It's great. You can just go for it. And as well, like with those scenes, like what were they? They were a couple pages long. They were printed out.
It was like literally just 16 pages, I think. It was like tiny.
It didn't cost much to print them at all, so we could just give them away as well, which was nice because it's like that's a nice way to introduce yourself to people. Sometimes it's like, hey, I like your work. Oh, here I have done some work. Here is a small comic.
Yeah, I mean every so often when we do conventions, like people will stop by the table and like gift us like little things like that, and it's like
that rules.
Yeah, it's like really cool to like see like these like little like things.
And then I get to read comics at the table.
Yeah.
If I want. Okay, I gotta draw the other cats, huh?
Yeah. Draw those other cats.
I'll draw the other cats. Where am I putting them? I'm gonna put them on the CN tower. We're gonna have large pesto and pickle on the CN tower, I think.
Sure, yeah, just go super kaiju with it.
I mean, if the cats are...
Maybe they're just like on top of, maybe they are just on the tower like King Kong style.
Can you tell that's the tower because it's zoomed in? Should I zoom it out a bit?
I reckon you could definitely deal with zooming that out a bit.
Oh gosh, okay, alright. Okay, I can fix this. I can make this work.
I mean, like, it's definitely like, it definitely like looks like the iconic like bead on top of the needle.
Not like the Space Needle.
Yeah, bead, like, you know, at the end of the day, all towers are essentially a needle.
I just realised I'm gonna have to I've done it dimensions wise for it to be printed postcard size with a bleed, but I haven't actually marked out where the bleed is. So.
Oh, it's just 3 mil around every single side.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm trying to figure out how.
I mean, just imagine there is like an imaginary border around the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Okay.
So yeah, it's I don't know where you all are in the chat, but right now in the UK it is raining, which is, you know, like stereotypically like what we get in the UK. But it's been like super like weird heatwave weather for like the last the last week since we got back from America. It's been like super hot and warm, like hotter than it was in California, which was like wild. But now it's like it's just super wet and windy again.
Yeah.
I don't know about windy. It just felt like the right thing to say after wet.
I'm so glad. I do not like the heat so much.
Is that needle? Have you done your needle a bit too wide? Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. I've got some lines just going straight for it, but it's fine because I'm gonna fix it. I want it ink it, so I don't really mind those lines.
It's part of the artistic process.
Yeah.
Be a bunch of lines that you're like, yeah, you know, that's that. It's like guidelines, isn't
like
it?
I can
a
get
guideline.
Rid of it if I need to, but I know what's gonna happen. Don't worry about me. I know what's up.
Excellent.
Fun thing I learned recently is when you hold down and then click shift and then just click somewhere else gives you a straight line, which is cool. I wish I knew that a lot sooner.
Are you doing that right now? Because it didn't look like that's what you were doing.
Yeah, I was doing it right now.
Okay, there we
go. My lines on here. I'm probably gonna tighten some stuff up, make it when I ink it, and make sure it's more consistent.
It's good. This, you know, your pencils are allowed to be rough and ready.
Yeah.
Art tip: your pencils can be pretty rough and ready.
Yeah. I feel like the book shouldn't be that high up, but then I'm thinking about the bleed. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of thinking aloud on this stream. That's just the way it is sometimes.
I think that's okay. You're allowed to do some thinking aloud.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I'm really happy that it's kind of chilled out over the past couple of days. I felt really bad for the cats. I was going around the house with water, being like, please drain.
I was having to like wipe the cats with like a wet towel to cool them down, and like I think they're all pretty much into it. Like they all get a little bit confused by it, but then I think Wilson's the only one who. I don't think he likes it, but then I think he kind of realizes that he feels nicer after it, so he'll kind of like get up and slowly walk somewhere else and then plonk down again and then kind of wait, and then I'll brush him with the towel again, and then he'll kind of like be like then he'll stand up and walk back to the original place that he was in, and then we'll do that for like 5 minutes and it'll be fine.
It was so funny with Toby because she's basically like a cloud of a cat, but like you go with the wet towel and she goes all slinky. I love her. Yeah, bless her. I thought Pickle was just lying dramatically around the house, but like as soon as it got cold he was back in the bed and being friendly, and I was on your chair, so don't sit down.
Oh, I noticed. Don't get me wrong, I noticed.
So yeah. But yeah, no, we are in England, like people don't tend to have like aircon or anything, and our houses are like built to keep the warming because usually it's very cold. So when it's hot, like everyone kind of doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Like if we get extreme hot weather, the country like doesn't deal with it. If we get extreme cold weather, the country doesn't know how to deal with it because we're just we don't get those kind of like freak weather situations that often. So obviously the country never prepares for it, and we're just constantly like taken by surprise and like flailing about and not dealing with it very well.
It is a cloudy day in Canada on this one because I like colouring in clouds.
I think that's pretty true.
We actually when
it was pretty much blue skies most of the time actually when we went.
Yeah, I mean when you read the travel log, you'll find out that it was extremely hot in Canada. But then we went back to Canada and it was like really wet and I wasn't expecting it and I did not pack for that weather. So, whoops. Okay.
Yeah, we were not ready for it. It was like, I mean, it didn't sound on paper like it was going to be that warm, but when we were there, it was like, hey, this is this is pretty warm, huh?
I mean, I'm gonna actually draw a very, very large pesto.
How large is this pesto?
It's pretty large. If she was this large in real life, she would not fit in that house.
That is terrifying.
Draw her with bigger pupils. But she's happy about it.
I mean, yeah, even though Pesto has her stereotypically angry eyebrows, she's never sad about it.
She's so funny. It's like she'll be purring away, but she'll have like the scowliest little face on.
Oh. But yeah, we just got back from San Diego Comic-Con, so that was kind of like very wild. Like we hadn't visited that show since like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been getting like a whole bunch of like photos coming up on my thing being like, hey, this happened 3 years ago kind of thing. So it was like your first kind of like comic book shop signings and stuff like in New York.
Yeah. It was,
and then just various bits and pieces we did at San Diego like 3 years ago, and then
yeah, like because we went over to San Diego Comic-Con 3 years ago because that's my first published work, Little Poopy Superstar for Rick and Morty came out. So we were like, yeah, let's go celebrate that in San Diego. And then we were over this year because I have like 7 books out this year through publishers. Yeah. So it's very different and very wild. And it was really cool celebrating those books with everyone there. So hey, if you came to any of the San Diego events, thank you. It was great to see you. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. It's so busy. It's so busy there.
It was.
We were like, we've been here before. We know how busy it will be. And then we were just like shocked.
Yeah, it was. I think we realised that we'd gotten quite like a busy schedule, but I think it wasn't until we were there and it kind of like it's that sort of thing where you're sort of thinking, okay, so today we're doing this, and tomorrow we're doing this, and this, and then the following day we're doing this, and this. So like I feel like all of our evenings were pretty much like accounted for straight away, which is very rare. Cause I think normally we expect to have like some downtime or like some kind of like, you know, we have no idea what we're gonna do of an evening. So not gonna lie, there's been times when we go to like American shows and like on like the Friday night after the show we'll just like go to Chipotle or something. And it's like something that's like it's just like, yeah, we just want to get some like some like, you know, the closest Mexican food and just eat it and be sleepy in our hotel room.
It was great.
But yeah, this time around we just had like loads of stuff on. Like there was like a Scholastic kind of like a Scholastic like press party, like one of the first nights we were there where Sarah was introducing one of their new artists, Polina Ganushu. So
yeah, she's doing the She-Ra graphic novel through Scholastic, and I can tell you it looks amazing.
Also, it was really fun because I've never seen you have to introduce someone before.
I've never had to introduce anyone before, and I was very stressed out.
It was like a super like weird like chilled out like it was like
it was really
so it was this
chill.
It was like this like outside kind of like little sort of like patio area at a hotel, and then like I don't think we knew anything was happening. I think we just assumed that they'd be like doing stuff on like a formal area or stage.
I didn't mean to throw some of the. I got sent an email telling us what was going to happen.
I know, I saw all that stuff, but I still think like the way it was, like there wasn't like a sort of like it was like how like the crowd kind of parted a bit. I was like completely stood like in the wrong place. I had to like sort of slowly kind of like shuffle backwards and move around like a chair, because otherwise I would have just been like right smack bang in the middle of everything.
Oh, I mean, you should have best seat in the house.
No, that would have been so awkward. But yeah, like it was fun just sort of seeing you having to like go into like a middle of like a big crowd of people and be like, here's this person, here's a load of cool nice things about them.
You know, like everyone was so sweet and lovely and polite, but it's kind of nerve-wracking doing that. So I was a bit like, oh, I hope I do a good job.
I think you did
good. And I was just like, who likes She-Ra? Who likes great drawing?
You brought some good chaotic, nervous energy to it, and I think everyone was charmed.
Oh, good.
Or terrified.
Yeah, I plan to achieve either. Okay, I'm gonna give some sparkles.
Nice.
Do we have any text on this? I was probably gonna put like "Wish you were here," but then I wasn't so sure.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I reckon
okay.
just like
Alright.
just let the image speak for itself.
Here is the image. So
Nice.
here we go. I'm gonna draw in a parachute here-ish. But I'm gonna look at a parachute so I know what's up before I draw it. So I'm gonna move off this.
Wait, so where's the parachute gonna be?
Like here. Kind of thing like like behind whoop, and then you got like the bit at the top here.
Is that gonna make sense?
Does it not make sense?
I don't know. It seems like it'd be very close to them. It probably would make sense. Ignore me.
Okay, alright. I might just keep this,
Maybe a
big
bit
old-
more. Like with parachutes, they normally have them like kind of like segmented, like with like stripes going down them.
I think I've drawn here as a little, like a peanut parachute, and here's Toby again.
Excellent.
This is what Toby would be like. There we go.
Very nice.
Let's not.
That's good. I think that's what the postcard should look like, really.
Just like that. That's postcard number 2, baby.
Excellent.
I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I think that's
some
postcard
good,
1.
some good pencils.
So these guys are more in the foreground. I'll probably ink them a bit wider than everything else. I'll probably colour everything. Everything over here will probably be like a more dreamy, relaxed colour. So these guys are the stars of these guys. Yeah. I'm pointing at stuff in real life the stars of the show. So yeah, that's postcard 1.
Nice.
I'm going to save it.
But yeah, I was gonna say, so
I'm
yeah,
gonna take a quick drink while you talk.
Yeah, San Diego was like.
Over by you.
There you go.
Thank you.
San Diego was cool. Like there was an event like there's a band that I really like called Anamanaguchi who do like sort of like basically like very sort of like video gamey chiptune music, but with like lots of like a live band like playing behind it. If that makes sense. And they were doing a live show at San Diego, but it was like a free ticketed thing. But the tickets sold out like straight away pretty much when they went on sale, so we didn't get a ticket for it. But then because it was at this thing called Adult Swim on the Green, we kind of had this like this galaxy brain moment of like we can like walk like because it's kind of just around the back of the convention center and it's like on the bayfront, we could just like walk and just stand outside the Adult Swim area and like still be able to hear them and maybe see them. And so we sort of like turned up to this thing, we could like hear them playing from a distance. It was really cool. And then we kind of got to the area and we were like watching it from the side a little bit, which was like, like our plan all along. But then we noticed that like the place was like kind of like half full. And so we kind of like went around the back and asked if we could like go in, and they were like, yeah, go ahead. So that was like really cool. So we got to go watch like the sort of like the last 20-25 minutes of like the Anamanaguchi set. And they got like so many good songs that like some of them were like new ones they were playing. Some of them were like old ones that I didn't even realize were like songs. Like there's a song called Everything's Exploding from their Endless Fantasy album. And like I was like watching that song live being like, oh my god, this must be a new one, it's amazing. And then I got back to the hotel and found that it was like a song that's been out for ages, but it's like a 17 track long album, and I don't think I ever get like that far into the album, so I felt like really silly. But yeah, no, it was like super good. Do you want to hear some chat stuff?
Yes, I would love to.
Depine Sky in the chat says, I love your art and your comics.
Oh, thank you.
And Crazy Down 05 said, what a beautiful cat. It's
okay.
pooting.
Yeah, it is.
And then Crazy Down also says, please draw a picture of you riding your cat as he flies through the air by pooting.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
So, is that a wee request if you want to?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to interrupt your Anamanaguchi story, so I was just doing some doodlings.
That's okay.
But I will draw this before, and then I'm going to get back into the postcards again. I'm going to postcard round 2.
So what's the idea for postcard number 2?
Okay, so it is the cats visiting Niagara Falls in a little boat. Oh, it's going to be real cute.
Nice.
I did not look up any reference pictures of the boat. So
you could look up a reference picture of the boat.
Oh, they want to see my folders.
That's true.
My bookmarks. All of the... I don't have anything interesting.
You got a phone that has the capabilities to look at the internet on it.
Yeah, I need
just in case you want to like.
I could do that. I could draw with a parachute. Let me just. This is more important right now.
It's pretty important.
Yeah. This is, yeah. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Probably more San Diego stuff. San Diego Comic-Con. Like, so we had this whole thing of like, because we'd been like 3 years ago, we thought, yeah, we know what the show's gonna be like. we've been to San Diego Comic-Con, you know, we know it gets busy or whatever, but we were like, there are certain times when it won't be busy. We were like, preview night, so San Diego Comic-Con, like, it officially opens on the Wednesday night for like a kind of like a 3-hour slot, and we were like, we went to the preview night thing years ago, and we kind of just like, we turned up, we kind of just like walked straight in the door, like scanned our passes on the pass scanny thing, and it was like great. It was a little bit quieter. We got to walk around, we took pictures with like a load of like weird stuff, we took like, yeah, we just kind of like got to like browse the show floor, and I feel like it was very like minimal stress.
Yeah, it was
Whereas
wonderful.
preview, this year, like the place was like rammed out, and it was like as busy as any other day, and it was like, neither of us were ready for it. I did not react well to it. I got to play some really good Gundam models straight off. That was cool because there was like a couple of like Gundam like clear plastic kind of show exclusive models they were selling, and there wasn't much of a line when we first went in, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, like we were just trying to go around the rest of the show after that, and it was just like, this is really busy and hectic and crazy and screaming and crying.
Yeah, no, there was something like a really exclusive I wanted to get, and
it was like the little plastic dumpster fire figure, right?
Yeah, that thing like really took off.
Yeah, we went by the stand that was selling that. It was like 100 soft. It's like worth finding on like Twitter and Instagram. They do very nice things. But there was like a massive line around the corner from that stand. And we were like, oh god, we're gonna have to like, oh that might be really awkward. We might have to like cross through that line to get to the store we want to get to. And then we realised that the line was for the stall that we wanted to get to, and it was like 50 people who all wanted the same thing. And this little like plastic dumpster fire figure, they were only selling like 10 per day, so
yeah, that wasn't happening.
We gave up on that.
It was good for them. I was very excited.
Oh my god,
for them,
and
so.
they're gonna release more online later, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of their stuff for a while, so it was nice. I like still got to go buy a bunch of pins because it's like, well, I wanted these for ages, and now I don't have to pay for postage.
Yeah.
So that was good.
But yeah, it was well, but the one day we tried to go in like very first thing, so we joined like the main convention line, and that line is like thousands and thousands and thousands of people all lining up along one of like the upstairs corridors where all the panel rooms are.
Oh, right,
and that was like the wildest. Like we've never been in that line before because we've always just turned up at the show to do the panels or signings or whatever. But yeah, it was fun being part of that line. I think it was kind of it was weird, but it was fun.
It was apparently there was like a professional entrance, but we were like, we do not know where that is, and apparently people generally don't know where that is.
Yeah, that will be the next when we next go to San Diego. That'll be the thing we try and figure out.
Yeah.
In the chat, sorry, this is like delayed now, so it probably won't make much sense. Crazy down 5, but left cat. There goes my hero.
Yeah, that was the vibe I was going for. Thank you.
Then Dobbs in the chat has said, "Did you guys ever find a gravy spider?" We didn't find a gravy spider because they are entirely fictional. A lot of people thought they were a real thing when we posted that comic.
We're sorry.
Yeah, like completely. It was that whole comic is mainly it's less about gravy spiders. It's more about me being a cheeky like trickster of a person, because I was just like thinking in my head, like, I wonder if Sarah would believe this thing if I said it to her, because we'd only just really gotten into Canada, and yeah, I just kind of was like, hey Sarah, have you heard about gravy? Have you seen a gravy spider yet? And it was just like a thing, and it was funny. But yeah, they don't exist. But so many people I think they do exist, and there was a few people who, when we posted the comment, they were like, no, nothing about spiders. Like, I can't stand spiders. Please don't say the spiders in Toronto.
Are there spiders in Canada? What's the spider situation in Canada? I mean, there might be gravy spiders. It might be a joke, but it might also be real.
Barry the Hammer says, you guys know about drop bears, right? What's a drop bear? Please tell us more. Is this a goof? Are we getting tricked right now?
Are we being tricked?
I imagine we're getting tricked. But that's fine. I'm cool about it. Yeah, drop bears. I heard all about drop bears.
They like drop from the sky? Like, what's the deal?
I read a fact yesterday that if you're ever running away from a bear, don't try and climb a tree because bears are like crazy fast. But you should run downhill because apparently bears can't regulate their speed going down the hill very well. So they'll go too fast or something. And then maybe something about polar bears where apparently like if you drop like items of clothing, polar bears will like have to stop and examine each one because they're not used to people like shedding entire like body parts. Like it's perceptively to them body parts, but like yeah.
I always do wonder when we get dressed if like the cats are like, what is happening? Why are they taking off their body?
I reckon more like if we're ever taking items of clothing off and then the cats are like, they're taking their skin off again every day.
So I'm drawing Niagara Falls, and I'm going to draw the cats visiting Niagara Falls right in the foreground, but at the moment I'm just laying down the background.
See, our cats barely tolerate being wet when we brush them with like a wet tea towel. I don't think they would. I don't think they'd be into Niagara Falls one bit. Like the kind of there's like Niagara Falls is like a kind of like a constant kind of like mist in the air when you're kind of like near like the sort of like the barriers near the fall where the falls are. So I feel like our cats would just be like, this is like, it's like air, but there is wet in it. Like, this is not okay.
This wet air away from me.
I feel like a lot of the pictures we took, both our glasses had like little tiny water droplets on them like all the time.
Remember, there's like probably a very common place for tourists to take photos, but it wasn't even down by the falls. It just had the falls in the background, and like it still got a bit of a drizzle.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Excuse me.
It was cool. It was like a very sort of strange little area, but I guess it's kind of like a little like it felt like it's almost like an area that's just completely all about tourism. But there were some like cute houses about. I bet there's some people who just kind of live there and they're like, yeah, I live in the Niagara Falls. Whatever.
We went for a little walk around.
Yeah, it was nice.
I think we were kind of like stuck to a bus schedule.
I'm googling drop bears. Whoa. Oh, okay.
What?
Drop bear. The drop bear is a hoax in contemporary Australian folklore featuring a predatory carnivorous version of the koala.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah, it's just like how in the UK we have street lions. You might think like sometimes people go like, oh yeah, like there's a fox running through my garden last night. Nope, street lion.
Oh man, did I
never confront a street lion?
I think I tweeted about this a while ago when it happened, but like we live in a pretty industrial area and there's not much wildlife around us, but I went to bed really late at night and I went to go close the blinds and I saw like a huge badger and it was amazing. It was the best thing. It was just running down the street. Steph looks really unimpressed. It wasn't that impressive. It was amazing. You were screaming. I was screaming. This badger was cool. Alright, okay.
It was fine. I like we get a lot of cats around our back gardens and the surrounding area at the moment.
A cat bit me yesterday.
Way more impressive. Yeah, so I went out to the garden to try and shoo a little cat away. Because like I just sprayed a bunch of like weed killer stuff around our garden because we haven't kept very good like care of our lawn at the moment. But then it keeps raining. Like it's rained the last 2 days. It's like it almost rained in revenge of me trying to like deal with like the weeds that have popped up because of like we had like a lot of like hot weather, then wet weather, then hot weather, then wet weather, and like our garden was like it's gonna thrive, but in not a good way. But now I need to wait for it to be dry again.
We put weed killer down, and then there was a cat. I think it rained since then. We weren't sure if it was okay for this cat to be eating our grass, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go shoo it. And it was really like I came up to it like, get out of here, but it was really friendly and started rolling on the floor, and it was like, so I pet it, and then it bit me. But it didn't.
Yeah, you gotta like avoid that with cats, I think.
Yeah, it's cool. It didn't break the skin.
Maybe it just
I'm still alive. It's alright.
Maybe it just thought you looked delicious.
I was like, wait, what? And then it was like rolling on the floor, being like, hey, what's up? I felt tricked. It was scandalous. But yeah, I lived. Don't worry about me.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna draw the interesting bit now.
I feel like you should have been doing some like Bob Ross-esque kind of happy little trees. There's a happy little tree.
No, we're getting triangles, baby. Alright.
No, I mean you did draw the trees. I'm just
Okay. I'm just gonna draw a boat shape here. Please don't judge me on that.
I feel like that's a good hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board with this so far. Get it?
Okay. There we go.
No.
That's the kind of boat our cats have.
As they're not even on like one of the official ferry rides. They're just like
no. They're like in a newspaper boat.
These cats are
they're really small.
Incredibly troublesome in this postcard canon version of them.
In the mock-up, I just had them all screaming, but I think I'm gonna have them looking at the falls in like awe.
Do you want me to take a picture of the mock-up and put that onto the stream?
No,
Oh, I think it'd be fun.
Okay.
I'll crop it and everything. Don't worry.
What happens if everyone likes that one more? I can't live up to that.
No, I think it's fun to see where like to see like the ideas.
Okay then.
Gestation. It might take a couple of seconds, everyone. But it's coming, don't worry.
Are you playing music?
Yes, but I'm the only one with headphones on, so you can't hear it.
Is it good? What music?
It's nice.
Are you
I just
playing?
got like tiny spells to fun.
Yeah, nice.
So just imagine it's really chilled out and nice.
Oh, it does sound
I
good.
should have really. I don't know where the headphone splitter is. I need to buy a new one.
What happens if one of the cats is in the water? Or is that just too out of character?
Don't put the cats in the water.
No, like out of choice. Like
Why would it be in the water?
it's just mischievous.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Up to you. Whatever you think is like best.
Pesto is a Loch Ness
dealer's
monster
choice.
in Canada for some reason. Oop, bye.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about San Diego?
Me, my favorite
Yeah.
part. Whoa, goodness. I did have a favorite part. I don't want to sound too self-indulgent. Seeing Glitch in Target was really cool.
Oh, that was very fun.
Yeah, my book, Free Scholastic Glitch, is it's in Target. Everyone, I think it's in most Targets.
Yeah, we weren't.
It's in the San Diego one.
We weren't sure if it would still be in Target, because like I don't think like not every book gets like into Target, I guess.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
So we went and we didn't see it at first, and we were kind of like, oh, that's okay, like, you know, we need to buy some like supplies anyway. But then we saw it and it was like, oh wait, it's there, like that's so wild, like.
Yeah, because we don't really have graphic novels in like supermarkets in the United Kingdom, so like maybe there'll be a copy of Dogman.
Oh god, yeah, like we get like sort of stuff like Dogman and like loosely Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I guess, is a very graphical kind of book, but that's like the closest we really get to comics in UK shops and supermarkets.
So to see it like in Target and stuff like that, or just like, yeah, that's really cool.
It was a very yeah.
Oh,
it was
like,
very cool.
Wow.
Okay, that is very big. Let me resize it.
No, perfect size.
So this is like, I took a picture from Sarah's sketchbook. This was like the original like thumbnail idea for this, I guess. I'll leave it up in the corner. I like it. It's got a charm to it. Like if there was like a weird little like, if there was like a weird little,
have a more screamer.
if it was like a weird little stamp kind of, you know, in like on the postcards you have like a little like stamp area on the back. Maybe that's what would be there. But
Hey,
yeah,
chat.
no,
Should I have the gang just screaming, or should I have them naturally?
screaming or curious?
Screaming or curious? Let us know. It was very cloudy in Niagara Falls though, so that's when I draw these clouds in a bit. It's going to be legit.
Crazy Dan 05 in the chat says, "Can I hear a story of how you two met?"
You can.
Yeah. So way back when Sarah was doing
It's a long one, by the way.
we basically we met because of like the internet. So
Yeah.
we met because of like, we were like, I think I started following Sarah's Tumblr page, and then Sarah started following mine back, and we just started like talking because we like similar like music and stuff.
You listen to a lot of. I come from a town called Northampton, and we had like a really good music scene. And you were listening to a lot of like Northampton bands, so I was like, I actually assumed you were from Northampton as well.
I think I had a habit of like finding bands that like, I don't know, when like there was like a lot of bands that got big through, like, there was like a website I used to go on called Punktastic, and there were a bunch of bands who got popular on, who were like sort of fairly like popular on the forums there and stuff. And like there was a band called The All New Adventures of Us that I remember someone posting about their new EP that was coming out ages ago. And then there was another band called One Toy Soldier that were a Northampton band as well, who I think then a couple of the members from that went on to become My First Tooth.
Yes.
I forgot that they were called for a second then.
I feel like all these bands were very, very twee.
They were very twee. I think that's like
Extremely
what I was
twee.
really into when I was like at that age, was like kind of like twee, sort of shouty, like stuff that was kind of like punky but in a weird kind of way.
What about One Toy Soldier? I really enjoyed them.
Yeah, they're okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, they were good. But like all the Adventures of Us though are like really good. I think it was because I had a picture of their LP on my thing that you were like, this band, and then yeah, so we sort of started talking through that, and then I remember the first time we hung out in real life, someone I don't know if someone mentioned like Johnny Foreigner or something, but like someone mentioned something about like Northampton Girl, and then like you were like really like, I know about it, and then it was like basically there was a Johnny Foreigner gig in Birmingham like a bunch of time previous to that like we were both at, and Sarah had gone up to the band to ask if they could play a song because I think you and your friend had to leave or something.
I would just like to clarify. I had just turned 18.
Oh,
I was
Sarah
a
was
sweet baby.
Yeah.
I didn't know the etiquette, and I was a bit obnoxious.
Anyway, Sarah had got a random person had gone up to ask the singer of Johnny Foreigner, Lex, if they could play a song, and
before I go,
before they had to go or whatever, and Lex from Johnny Foreigner was like, I can't play a song just for you, and then the whole crowd kind of like laughed. It was very funny. But then after like I think after like the next couple of songs, he then said something of like, oh, I feel really bad about that right now, like, oh, like, I'm really sorry. And then I think like they posted on their blog something like, I'm so sorry, Northampton Girl or something.
Yeah.
But then I think because of that, like, I don't know if you got in touch with them or they got in touch with you, and then you ended up making like plush toys for them.
Yeah.
And then I became aware of you and your art because they posted about the plush toys, and they were like, these were done by Sarah Graley, here's a link to a Tumblr page, and then so on and so forth. So then when I found out that you were said Northampton Girl, I was like, oh my god, I was at that show, and that moment was hilarious, and it was really fun and weird. And then
it's really wild because if I wasn't obnoxious at that show, I don't think we would have met.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have ended up doing the Johnny Foreigner plushes, which is how you found me online.
Yeah, so it's like a very big like chain of events that led to us like meeting.
And then we didn't date though until like a year later.
Yeah.
So it was a story.
Yeah, it was all a very long story. But yeah, no, it's really cool. Like there are definitely moments when I'll get all like, it's very weird how if you hadn't have done this one weird thing at a gig, all of these other things wouldn't have happened, and then
that was nearly 10 years ago because I turned 28 pretty soon. So that was like 9 months, like how many 9 months 10 months ago? No, my words got confused. 9 years 10 months ago.
Anyway, yeah, that happened. No RC prevention for anyone. But yeah, that's like, I think one day we'll like try and do a comic version of all of that, but it's as you can probably tell from like listening to us talk about it, it's a very like weird, complicated chain of events, and I think we've never really figured out how quite to like make it in comic form.
Yeah.
So at some point
it'll be a longie.
Sarah Diddles in the chat says, I seen Johnny Foreigner before at the Flapper, probably also about 10 years ago. That might have been that show, because he was at the Flapper.
He was at the Flapper. Tellison
was supporting, and they were very good too.
I think it was like the 5th of October or something. It was literally around my birthday. It was Johnny Foreigner and Tellison, so I was like, I have to go. I can
find out the exact date of it.
So yeah, sorry, I was that obnoxious
Tellison
person.
Flapper.
It was a good show. I had a really good time.
It was a really good show. I was like with like a bunch of pals, and
I was there with my friend Ed.
It was really cool. Okay, Tellison Handley have a past shows thing on their website.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Tellison are really good, by the way. I like Tellison.
They are really good. Okay, so what was 10 years ago? 2009. 7th of October, Flapper and Firk in Birmingham with Johnny Foreigner. So that would have been the gig when you tried to get them to play a song and they said no. Yeah, that's so weird. So that's like almost exactly 10 years ago.
So yeah, we were both at that show. But
I guess like we'll have like we'll probably have a very surreal like 10-year celebration of that happening. Because I think if that hadn't have happened, we probably wouldn't know each other in the same way. Isn't it weird how life works? Oh, it's so very weird and surreal. Thank you for asking that. Now I think we're both in the zone of like, oh, how weird is it?
I'm constantly like, what is happening?
Yeah. Bury the Hammer in the chat says, I'm from Peterborough, same neck of the woods.
Oh, dang, hey.
Spook School says, who supported at that show?
Tell us then.
Was Ace Bushy at that show?
Were you?
I don't know. I remember Ace Bushy I saw Ace Bushy striptease at the oh, I can't remember what it's called. The Hare and Hounds. It was like it was Johnny Foreigner, Talons, and Ace Bushy. And I remember going up to the band after being like, can I buy a CD? And they were like, I got no CDs left, but we have these tapes, so I bought a tape. Spook School says Ace Bushy definitely didn't. Yeah, it was Taliesin and someone else, I think. But I don't remember who it was.
I might not have gotten there until a bit later, seeing as I had to travel quite a bit.
Else.
I'll say,
but like Taliesin were definitely at that show because I bought they had like a Run DMC styled T-shirt which I remember buying. Which I still have somewhere maybe, or did we put that as part of one of our T-shirt duvets or something?
I got a really cool.
But I got that T-shirt from that gig, so that's fun.
Can I have a very large Wilson up here, or does that make zero sense?
Well, like on top of it. I like how like this is like turning into a thing where it's like, yeah, it's cats as tourists. Also, some of the cats are like now big, massive kaiju cats that are like living on top of these monuments.
We'd have to be really small in here. I don't like it. Right.
Why does the internet not have more details about stuff? Oh, hold on. When's this from? Oh, so this website says Johnny Foreigner's new UK tour will see the trio gain support from Taliesin and Japanese Voyeurs. I don't remember Japanese Voyeurs though. Maybe I didn't get to the show in time for that band. I wish I had photos from 2009. I've got them on like an old computer somewhere. I should probably like try and find them. I wonder if I took any pictures of that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, time is weird, isn't it? Hi everyone, welcome to Deep Conversations About Time.
Yeah, welcome to the deep dive on our past life, I guess. But yeah, it's like, it's so
Can you imagine if like nothing, if none of that stuff had, like, if none of that stuff had lined up, we wouldn't have these guys that you're drawing.
Oh my god.
Pesto and Toby wouldn't be like Pesto and Toby. They'd be like, I don't know, Sprinkles and Floof or something. Or Angry and, I don't know, just Floof. Toby, the only other name I can think for Toby is just Floof. She's a very fluffy cat. I have to brush her so much at the moment. If I don't brush her like at least once every 2 days, she'll like end up having a hairball or something. She does not cope with the warm weather.
She likes being brushed, but like Wilson likes being brushed as well. So if he just hears the brush, he's like, "Here I come."
Like if Wilson hears like I haven't got a brush right now, but if Wilson hears like the sound that's kind of like I don't know how that's actually coming across. If Wilson hears any kind of like sound like that, he'll just come running. He's like sleeping on top of the cat tree in our room right now, and
but he'll just throw himself down.
I just know he knows we're talking about him. But yeah, if he hears a brush, he's just like, "It's my time." And then Toby will get all shy and run away because Toby likes being brushed on her own.
Yeah, bless her. I want
Spook Squad in the chat says like, yeah, creepy photos of the back of Sarah's head from the gig. Oh, I wish I would love if there was like a photo of you like going up to ask the band to play a thing.
No, I wouldn't.
Know, right?
I wouldn't love that. Don't.
If I go onto Flickr.
Don't look for that.
All I need is just one amateur photographer to have took some pictures of that gig. Just one.
No, it's
Johnny Foreigner Flapper 2009.
What's this bleed?
There are no matches for Johnny Foreigner Flapper 2009. Come on, amateur photographers! I know you were putting your photo. What website were people using for photos in 2009?
Did you use Flickr?
I think Flickr
was Flickr.
Oh, that's what I just searched on.
MySpace?
Oh, MySpace won't really have much anymore though, will it?
No. I feel there was a limit on how much you could upload on there as well for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Tumblr? Maybe Tumblr?
Oh, maybe Tumblr.
I mean, I had a Tumblr because I was putting my ghosts on there.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't know how to go that far back on Tumblr, and everything was probably flagged up as adult now anyway.
So, before... I mean, I was always drawing, but for a while I was making plush toys handmade plush toys. I mainly did robots. that didn't really look like robots. So yeah, and kind of like brooches and stuff like that.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
so that's why they were like, will you make some plush ghosts? Because that's what I was doing at the time.
A couple of people in the chat. We got both Spook School and Bury the Hammer said photo bucket.
No, oh my gosh!
DeviantArt maybe even. Oh, can you just search for stuff on photo? Is photo bucket still? I remember having a photo bucket back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think I found it a couple of years ago and got like deleted everything off it because it was just like pictures of bands that I took back when I was in like sixth form and stuff. So like weird like little local shows. It's still an image search. Woohoo! It would be a very like obscure thing if someone was like, "Here is a picture of a person that asked to have a song played at a Johnny Foreigner show in Birmingham."
You don't want. No.
No, I don't think it exists.
Please don't find.
I just think it'd be interesting if it existed. I don't think there's not really much for Johnny Foreigner, full stop.
You've got a whole page there. Oh, there's a second page.
Oh, I think it's just stuff that they've posted online, you know. Anyway, yeah. Weird. What was your favourite thing from our trip to Canada then? The one that the book's based on?
Oh man, I don't want to say it was eating Sweet Jesus ice cream, but
that place was really great.
No, it was obviously it was being at TCAF.
TCAF was wonderful.
That rolled really hard. Yeah, I'd wanted to go for so long, and it just finally it was the year that made sense. Like we could actually go that year, so.
Oh yeah, because we moved house. The previous year we moved house, and it was the kind of thing. I think it was like a couple months before the show, and we realized that everything was gonna like line up around the exact like week of TCAF, and so we had to like call it off because it would have been way too much trying to organize like getting everything moved out from our old house and moving it over to our new house, and then getting all the old house tidy and stuff like.
Yeah, but like I feel like TCAF have a rule where you exhibit 1 year on, 1 year off, unless you have like something big coming out or whatever. So I feel like the year we went, I mean the year prior probably was awesome as well, but the year that we went, like there were so many of our friends were tabling there, which was awesome. But yeah, it was really cool. I couldn't like for ages I just couldn't afford it, and then I was kind of like as well. I was like I don't think I had like a good body of work, so I never really applied. And then like that year I was like, oh, I've got stuff, and I can afford it, and like it's gonna happen. And it was very exciting. If you, I mean, you know, if you're local, you should definitely go to TCAF.
Oh my gosh!
But I would say it's worth the trip out if you can, you know, if you can swing it.
It's kind of incredible, like the amount of like people they get coming to a comic show, like the amount of like cool guests and like artists who exhibit there. Like it's a really wonderful show.
Yeah, like, it's a curated show, and kind of just the people that are there are always so incredible.
Yeah. It's got a really nice vibe to it. I think the fact that it's in like a big library is kind of like it's just really nice.
Oh my god, that library's beautiful as well.
I mean, people used to. What was the show that they had in Birmingham at the Birmingham Library?
It was the Birmingham Zine and Sign Fair.
Zine Fair. See, that sounds really cool. I wish there was still stuff like that going on at the library.
I feel like actually there was one recently. I think.
At the library?
Maybe.
I don't think it was the library. I think that was one that was at the Custard Factory, maybe.
We were very, very busy, and my brain is so full.
That's true. I would like if there was like I like events in libraries.
No, yeah, I would like to go. I'm just saying, I can't remember for this year because we were busy at the time, so I don't think.
Bury the Hammer in the chat says the library in Toronto is in Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, we knew that, and we were like very excited. Every time we looked over towards the elevators, especially, we were like, we've seen those elevators in like book form and like movie form.
We might have purposely hit up a bunch of Scott Pilgrim locations.
Yeah, we went to like a bunch of places that were in like in the book and the film. So we went to Castle Oma. We kind of like did the whole like tour around there. That was really cool. Which is like where they did like a bunch of X-Men films as well. That was fun to know. And then we went to Hillcrest Park, and like there's like the swing set that like Scott and Ramona like go past on their date and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, like we went to a pizza. Like I don't think it was a pizza that was like from the film or whatever.
God.
But it was like good pizza.
Pizza rules. I love it.
Yeah.
It is maybe one of my favorite pizzas. I keep thinking how good it is until having it.
We didn't
I'm hungry now.
We didn't get to go to Honest Ed's because I think that had already like gone. Like that had already like I think that is shut down or something. But we went to where I can't remember what it's called, Lee's Palace.
Yes.
Like Lee's Palace now isn't like it's not a gig venue anymore, but it's still got like all like kind of like the decoration and sign and the graffiti outside. So that looked really cool. And yeah, like it was fun just trying to find like a couple of places because we wanted to like figure out like we had like one. We basically on our trip we had like what was it like 4 days of stuff where we could like kind of like go and do sort of touristy stuff, and the weekend we were at like TCAF, like the comic show.
Yeah. And
so we kind of like really like packed those 4 days out with stuff.
Yeah, we wanted to go to Canada so much, and we wanted to go TCAF so much, so we were very hardcore with our week there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Were we there for a week? Was it 7 days?
We were there for a week. I think it was like literally like Monday to Monday.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. Like I'd say like obviously like I'd love to go again, and then we ended up like going again this year because it sort of we found that like TCAF this year fell in like a time period where we just finished working on our Super Canadian Adventure because we had to get the files ready.
Yeah, and then we were like hopped up on
yeah,
Canada.
So we were like we've actually got like a spare week that we could go, and like it kind of coincided with our Super Adventure Volume 1 coming out, so we could get a couple of signings organised at the Only Press booth because they had like a booth at the show.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we just went out for like kind of like a long weekend, and it was a little bit hardcore. Like it was like a lot of flights for just a weekend, but it was really enjoyable and nice. And we bought like a whole bunch of comics and prints and stuff, and yeah, it was nice like seeing some like comic pals, like albeit kind of like fleetingly.
That's the heartbreaking thing about comics. It's like a lot of our friends are based like in the US or Canada, and it's like so we only get to see them at like comic shows generally. Yeah. Got a lot of friends in the UK too.
We just never leave the house.
But yeah, so it's like when we see like our US or Canada friends, it's like, well, we'll see you at the next one, whatever one that is that lines up with the one that we're doing. Yeah. I don't know. It's yeah.
Yeah, we're very hermity at the moment. We got a lot of work to do on. We're currently doing a book called Donut the Destroyer together, but like we're deep in that at the moment. So we haven't really been doing much outside comic shows. But yeah. I think our current plan is that we'll get Donut. we're hoping that we get Donut finished like a week ahead of like schedule. So we can like take like a week off and maybe just like go on like a regular like normal like boring non-comic event holiday. Maybe. I don't know how well that's gonna work. We haven't looked at like scheduling for a while, but it'll be nice.
So I think this file's very big. Alright, okay, so I think that's
this is nice. I like it.
Thank you. I think it's quite cute.
Oh, poor Wilson.
Yeah, he's got a little raincoat on. He's not so into it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I drew a big sail on that. Maybe I'll have a little sail on the boat. Maybe I'll keep it.
I think you could adapt that into something that's like more of a representation of the ferry, maybe. But you could do that. You could do that later.
I will do that later off stream.
This looks nice.
So okay, this is postcard 2. And this is postcard 1, and so these are gonna get on. I'm gonna ink them up and colour them, and they're gonna be beautiful. But those are gonna be for the first stretch goal when we reach it. What are we on? Yeah, so we're like about a little shy of that.
We're only like £100 off like hitting this stretch goal, which is kind of fun.
So that's really fun. So these should be available
fun.
soon. Fun. And then what time is it? How long have we been on stream?
Hour and a half.
Should I do the patch or should I leave it?
Oh, you could do the patch.
Okay, we're going to stay on stream a little bit longer. So the patch is what unlocks after these postcards, right?
Yeah, so like the next level is like, when we were coming up with the patch for our Super Canadian Adventure, we were like, hey, it'd be really cool if we did one for the American Adventure one as well. So that would be like the next stretch goal, I think. So it'd be like, if we hit that goal, it'd be like every tier that comes with both books also gets an additional patch free.
So yeah, I want to do. I drew this little pesto right in an eagle as a joke, but I'm really a big fan of it. So I think we're gonna make this a patch. So sorry, I've got a bunch of reference pictures up on the screen, and I have the other patch. So this is the patch that comes with every. Oh, it's got text on it. The version that you guys are getting. If you get a physical copy of the book. you get a free patch, and this is the Canada one. So
the stream is teaching me that I don't think we'd ever be good at like a shopping channel or something. Oh, no. So this is like, oh yeah, here's a patch. The real one would have writing on it.
I don't need that one to do this one. But yeah, so I thought like an American version would be cool. So this would be not that. Yeah, gosh, you're right. This will be, if you get our Super American Adventure, you'll also get one of these patches. Hopefully, if we unlock the stretch goal. I'm gonna draw it now. Where are my references? Here we go. Okay, so I tried to find a nice picture of an eagle swooping, and I couldn't in the 5 minutes before we went on stream. So, got this one. I'll make it work. Look at that glorious boy.
I'm gonna try and set something up while you do that.
Oh, okay. Is it gonna be distracting?
No, it's gonna be glorious, hopefully.
Make that eagle big. Another cool thing that I learned is if you click the corner of an image, and then I don't know if this is on screen. Oh, I can't. There's like a top bar, like a width and a height dimensions. They have numbers, like 100% on them. If you put a minus, it just flips the image for you.
That sounds like such a cool tip. Who taught you that?
It's Steffi P.
What?
Oh wait, this bird's not really at the right. It helps me to know though.
Oh, I don't know where the.
You don't know where what is. Are you up to mischief?
No. Oh. I don't wanna.
You better not be giving me mischief.
No, it was gonna be good. I don't know where the little I don't know where the little camera connector. Oh, there it is. That is like 100% not mischief.
It sounds pretty mischievous.
No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Alright, here we go. This is bald eagle. Not drawn an eagle before, if you could have tell. Where's my other eagle reference? God, majestic. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the thing about eagles. They have like such a majestic brow, just like our girl Pesto.
Who's gonna be riding the eagle?
It's Pesto.
Aha! I mean, that's like that's what I was going for.
Oh man. Okay, so I feel like whenever we do like merch, it's a Pesto and Toby, right? But it's rarely a Pickle and Wilson. I feel bad. Like maybe we'll just maybe I'll change them to Wilson and Pesto, Wilson and Pickle patches.
Oh, finally that time to shine.
Nah.
They're all very, very good.
When I was at San Diego, when we were at San Diego, I was doing free sketches at the signings, and I was asking a few folks like, I'm gonna draw a cat. Who's your favourite cat? And everyone was saying Pesto and Toby, but I only got like one Wilson and 2 Pixels, and I was like, no. They're also very good. I should definitely do more of those guys. Alright. That's what an eagle body looks like, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure. You know, more feathers.
Oh, it's gonna get feathered. Alright, this is too big.
Alright, how do
I figured out what Steph's trying to do. It's pretty good.
I need to figure out what video capture.
It's just gonna be of him, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's not coming up. Is it video capture? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Alright, let me just figure out what. I might have to go on to something else to find out if it's working. Okay. Oh, this kind of works. What is this? This is game capture cipher. Oh, it's game capture, not video capture. Alright. They'll be back, don't worry. So, game capture cipher. We're very new to using, we use OBS to do all of our streaming stuff. So like, yeah, we're
new, we're babies.
We're pretty new to this biz. So is it 1 or 2? Let's try 1. Hey, okay, I got him.
It's not, you're not recording sound as well, are you?
No?
Okay, cool.
What do you mean recording sound?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know how the thing works.
It would be the exact sound you can hear from us right now.
But wouldn't it echo? I want to pet him. No, he's cleaning and stuff. I'll leave him alone.
Yeah, so this is my chair currently, but it's behind me. I don't get to sit down because obviously this is Pickle's time now. But
where's he going? He's going to town on that little leggy. He's great.
Hey everyone, it's my butt. Yeah, so I always have to check where I'm sitting because Pixel will often, if one of us stands up, Pickle will often just like take our place. But it's fun because if both chairs become available, normally Pixel will choose Sarah's chair over mine.
Like even if he's on Steph's chair originally, he's like, cool, okay, Sarah's chair, nice. Don't mind if I do.
K Hemmings94 is in the chat.
Oh hey, what's up?
Hey! If you're interested in cool comic Kickstarters, Catherine's gonna have one starting in the next few days for her series Being Ginger. So if you're out there in the chat and you've got some feelings about like having ginger hair and you want to read some very cool relatable comics about it, you should definitely keep your eyes open for that. Also,
I want to say
in the present moment, keep your eyes on this beautiful cat.
I want to say it's in 2 or 3 days. Definitely less than 3.
Oh no, I'm messing with I've messed with the blurriness of the camera, but I'm looking at the wrong window. Da-da-da-da-da.
Do you think Pickle will do anything more interesting, or do you think?
No, I think this is just a very chill. This is just Pickle chilling out in the corner.
Drawing all these feathers on. That's not gonna come up in patch form.
I feel like you could draw. I feel like some of it would come up in patch form.
Okay.
This probably like will be something you.
I mean, more importantly, I need to draw pesto. Oh, am I happy with this? Are you happy with this?
It's looking okay so far. Where's the cat going?
Going right here. These wings are annoying me. What you doing?
I was trying to put some text on this. Oh, there it is.
Alright, I want to change this wing a bit.
I'm labeling the cat cam.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
That's a whole wing that's being deleted.
Yeah, that's just the way it is sometimes.
No.
It's just how I roll. Alright, okay, let me look at my eagles again. Beautiful.
Okay, Hemmings in the chat says, thanks Steph, loving the extra video bit of watching Pickle. It is Pickle, right? It is Pickle.
Definitely Pickle.
Oh, she puts Pixel, oh my god, facepalm. No, like, we call Pixel Pickle all the time.
Oh yeah,
like,
sorry everyone.
Pixel is the boy's real name, but Pickle is like the name that we call him most of the time, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or PP, or...
No. Oh yeah, PP.
Plockle is one of my favourites, just because it's like, I don't know, it's just not even a word.
PP, because he reminds me of, what I really liked about Detective Pikachu was, they both look quite similar.
Says PP.
He's kind of like Pikachu, I think.
Kind of like Pikachu. He's just going to town. I feel like he's just been non-stop cleaning. Klein6790 in the chat says Pixel the best.
Yes.
That little voice. I'm just like, this is
great.
Just
mesmerized. You could look at the real thing.
Angle. Yeah, but if I turned around, like, I would get this kind of like very much like an aerial view of him. Whereas I'm getting to see like, oh, so that's what it's like. If I was a fellow cat. If I too was a cat, this is what it would look like. I'd be like, yeah, Pickle, you just having a good little lick, just having a good little clean, huh? Maybe he's just delicious.
Maybe. How big are cats compared to eagles?
Well, no, is this where the realism comes into play?
Nothing's making sense on these postcards and patches, so it's fine. It's fine. I'll make my own rules.
I like that. So Pesto doesn't even need to grab on. Pesto,
mean, she might be digging her claws in, but no.
Oh, what?
No, she's polite.
Aren't eagles like an endangered?
Oh my god!
Can't be clawing up an eagle's hair.
She's just so graceful. Gravity and size does not concern her.
Crazy905 in the chat says, where'd you find Pixel? Did you have him since he was a kitten? We did. Pixel and Wilson were Pesto's kittens. Like, we were like very naive cat owners when we first had Pesto and Toby, and we'd let them start going out and about without getting them like fixed. And Pesto, like, I think it's something we didn't think would like. I just think we assumed that it wasn't a thing that would happen, and then Pesto got like pregnant. And we had like 4 kittens, and like my sister had one of the other kittens, your mum had the other one. And then we had all of the cats fixed because there are a lot of cats in shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and we
it's
felt
like
really bad
if you have a cat, you should get them fixed. Don't, because there's so many cats that need adopting. You shouldn't be bringing more cats into the situation.
But we had Pixel and Wilson from kittens, and they were very adorable little kittens. So
we were really gonna. The plan was to only have one more cat, but we were like, we have to have both of them.
I couldn't. When we had like all the kittens, I was like, I can't imagine us not having like both Wilson and Pixel, and I'm so glad that we had both of them.
Oh my god, yeah. I feel like I was pushing more for Wilson at the time because he looks like my family's cat Jasper. But I love Pixel. Pixel's my favourite cat.
They're both so lovely.
I love him.
So yeah, it's weird. Like we've had these like 4 cats now for like 6-7 years. Like 7 years for Pesto and Toby, like who were like sisters from the same like litter and stuff. And then Pesto and Pixel and Wilson were like about 1.5 years after that. So
all our cats are related.
Yeah, it's really weird because Pesto does not care for her children one bit.
No, Toby's the cool aunt. Yeah, no, Pesto, she's, her and Wilson actually were not getting on for a really long time, and now they're kind of coexisting, which is really exciting.
Yeah, you couldn't really have them in the same room as one another, but now they've gotten to this point where they'll still have moments, and there'll still be moments where we'll see like Wilson kind of like chase Pesto or something, but more often than not we'll like walk into like the living room, and they'll be just like Pesto will be on one chair, Wilson will be like on another one, and they'll just be kind of like weirdly coexisting in the same room. And like a year ago, like that was like unheard of. Like
it was frustrating. They were coexisting for the longest time, and it was all good. And then I think over Christmas, like just one day they just stopped. They just could not be in the same room.
Yeah, we don't really know what happened. Like we went to see your family the one day, we went to see my family the next day.
But we came home, like, in between as well. Like, we weren't gone. But we were out, like, most of the day, and then we got back, and it was just, like, they were not... We reckon that Wilson spooked Pesto on the toilet or something, which is understandable. If you spooked me on the toilet, I'd be like, no, we can't be in the same room.
Never again.
But yeah, no, they're getting along, kind of. Yesterday, Wilson licked Pesto's head, and she didn't hiss at him afterwards. But she's supposed to lick him back, and she just kind of walks away. It's
It's weird. We did get to a point where we started like feeding them all together at the same time, and having like kind of like a barrier in between them and stuff, and they kind of started doing all of that. But then it kind of never really like translated to like they could cope with each other in that situation, but then as soon as they finished eating, like Pesto would just hiss and run away. So something, I don't know what changed, but just it almost felt like almost like a year to the day of it starting, it kind of like gradually slowed and started stopping. And I mean now it's like 7 months since it started getting better, and it still feels like it's gradually getting better and better, so
yeah,
it's nice.
I think a big thing that helped was we found out that the cats loved like these cardboard beds that we were getting them. And I think we've got a lot of those around the house, and I think just having their own little spaces. I mean, they've got a lot of spaces, but they love these cardboard boxes so much.
Yeah, Pesto has a lot of like little cardboard thrones, and if she's upstairs or she's downstairs, you will always find her just like on one of these little like cardboard thrones. It's very cute.
Like I feel like her and Wilson be in the same room, like upstairs in the bedroom, and Pesto will be on her phone, so she'll be like, "Well, I'm not leaving. I'm on my phone." Like I love it. So, yeah. But we've had them all for so long now. Yeah, it's weird to think that they're like Pesto and Toby are like 7.
It's very strange when we go on trips like to like comic shows abroad and stuff, because it's like that's like the only real time we're away from the cats, and it's like like we're so used to them just being like a constant presence in our life that when we're kind of just like
see ya.
Yeah, it's just strange, like not having them constantly bustling about. Like I feel like we have like a very sort of like I don't know.
Man, we're getting deep on this.
I feel like it's like when people were like when their children leave the nest and stuff, and we're like telling them we've gone on holiday and we haven't got our tiny little cat children.
Yeah. I love them so much. I think they love us as well, so it's okay. It works out.
Kay Hammy's in the chat says, my auntie just got a new kitten and the older one is so angry at the kitten. The older one is hissing too. Like, it can quieten, it can definitely like calm down over time. Like when Pesto first had Wilson and Pixel and like the other two kittens, like Toby was spooked so hard and like would not like even come in the same room. Like she was just kind of like, what are these weird little creatures? But then like a couple of weeks later, like there was like a whole moment where it was like Toby and all of the kittens just like sitting in a cardboard box together, and they were all just like cuddling. And it was like really strange how all of a sudden Toby was just like acting super maternal and lovely.
Yeah,
that was like super nice. I wonder if I can find a photo of that.
That was really funny.
Because it was like such a weird little moment. It was like, Toby, I thought you hated these like I thought you hated all these kittens.
She was like, these are my cats now. But yeah, I think Pesto was cool with it because like I feel like she had them. She was maternal for a bit, and then she was like, "Okay, bye. Like I'm done. I'm out." Okay. We need to unlock this patch because I'm very excited about it.
It does look very. Pesto looks like a cat with a purpose.
She's on a mission to hack you up.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
On an eagle. Are we gonna put text on this? Do you know what text we would put? I
reckon maybe like matching text.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I just found a very good picture of Baby Wilson as well, so I'm like, that's Baby Wilson, right? Or is that,
no.
Is that Jessie?
It's Jessie. That's my parents' cat. But yeah, it was...
Is this Wilson?
Yeah, that's Wilson.
Okay, I did find a picture of Wilson. I will show Baby Wilson in a second. I'm just trying to find the... I know there's a picture of like Toby with them in the box. That's like the cutest thing.
Yeah, no, I feel it was nice that when Pessa had the kittens, we had homes for them, with your sister and my mum, because it means we get to visit them every now and again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pessa had a black kitten, which your sister's called Coco, and it has like I don't know how to describe the tail. Like a crooked
it had like
tail?
a little kink in it.
Yeah, it's always had this little kink in its tail, and it also has like. How many nipples? It's like a mad amount. Double nipples. So your sister has. That's your sister's cat.
I haven't got like a clue.
I think that's a good photo. Toby
does look really like done with them both, but let me see if I can import this right. Image. Add image.
Oh, I should save this.
Oh, you should save this. So this was the picture I was talking about. Oh my days, that is massive.
Yeah, that's hard to say. I think I'm done drawing, so just cover it up if you wanna.
Excellent. So yeah, this was like Toby with like, I think this is when it was just Wilson and Pixel. But yeah, like she'd just hang out with them in this like wash basket. And it was very cute, and she looks kind of like she looks like she's having like a moment of like what is going on here, but it was really adorable and cute. Honest, this has turned into Cat Stream. Hi,
yeah,
everyone.
welcome to Cat Stream.
And just to round things off, I'll show you a picture of Baby Wilson because he was the most.
It's really good.
Adorable.
Look how small.
Look
now
at that
he's
tiny
tall.
bean, and now he's like a big cat. They're all big cats. But,
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a quick trip down cat memory lane.
Hooray!
Thanks for asking the question, whoever else in the chat.
Oh,
we got into cat mode.
Turn off light. There we go. That's the.
Oh yeah, so here's the finished. Well, not the finished, but that's like the rough line work.
Yeah,
for what that patch will become.
I'm just penciling today, so let's just run through. So here is the first postcard.
Number 1.
Postcard number 1. Postcard number 2. And those are gonna get unlocked when
we hit something 8.5, was it?
Yes.
Where are we at now? Let's just quickly have a look.
Yeah. So if you have like something that's getting if you back something that gets mailed to you, you will get these postcards.
We're so close.
We're very close. And if you've got the digital PDF, I think we're going to make wallpapers as well, just so like you can have put them on your phone or your computer. So those should hopefully unlock soon, I hope. And then once those have unlocked, the next stretch goal is for this patch,
which will be with any tier that has both books included, I think.
Yes.
I think that's right.
Yes. So, and just to clarify again, we were drawing stuff for the stretch goals for the Our Super Canadian Adventure Kickstarter.
Which is live now.
It's live right now. If you go on sarahgraley.com/kick, it will come up, or if you just probably search Sarah Graley Kickstarter or
sarahgraley.com/kick.
We probably should have put that up earlier.
Wouldn't that have been a good idea?
That would have been great.
Back now, and we'll rename Pixel.
No, we won't.
sarahgraley.com/kick.
No, we won't. So yeah, that's going on for 12 more days.
Yeah, we're just doing it for 2 weeks.
So we're funded, which is awesome. Thank you so much if you really backed it.
It's happening.
It's happening. But now we're just like kind of, campaign's got like 12 more days. So we've got like a bunch of extra things that we would love to add in if you back. So
yes, and thank you so much if you've already backed, because we're constantly like overwhelmed and dumbfounded and stuff.
Yeah,
that people are like, yeah.
We had no idea that it would get funded in the first day, which is awesome because it's kind of scary to run a Kickstarter, and it becomes quite a bit less scary once it funds. So
yes,
thank you.
Definitely.
I am not afraid anymore, which is wonderful. I hate to be afraid. And yeah, it's really cool that all you'll support us. So thank you so much.
There's one last thing here which I think could be fun.
Okay.
Crazy Dan 05 says, could you draw a picture of Pixel in human form and us two as the cats?
No, I hate it. I will draw that. I've just hidden that. Wait, make sure I have. Here we go. Okay.
I think you could do it.
Here comes Pixel.
Do you remember when we watched the trailer for the Cats film?
Alright, oh my goodness. Alright, I'm just going to go draw Pickle like normal, and then I will figure out what he looks like in a human form. Okay, so he's soft and I love him. But yeah.
Thank you, Crazy Dan 05. That is a truly horrifying suggestion, but I'm so excited to see what this will look like.
Gotta have them stripes. Okay, and then us, that's me. And that's what I'm just gonna, and then I will do comparison, just so we know. This is how I draw myself in my sketchbook, if anyone's wondering. Sometimes people are like, "Can I look at your sketchbook?" And the answer is no, because it's sometimes full of secrets.
This stuff's gold though.
Usually it's just pictures of me farting. And no, only I may look at those pictures. Here's you. I'm a big fan of this mouth.
That's exactly what I look like.
Exactly. And I like doing a little ball fist as well.
Yeah, I don't have any fingers, just balls.
That sounds good.
Fists, just fists that are balled up. It's what I meant to say.
Cartoon me and you don't have to wear glasses. No, we can draw. Okay, those are glasses, not eyeballs.
Oh, those are some big eyes. My eyes are square-ish. Look at that.
What are you wearing?
Glorious hair.
That's what you're wearing. Well, yes.
T-shirt.
No, you can just stop playing.
So this is
shorts,
so you're drawing us regular to start with, I assume.
You're wearing no shoes.
And then we're gonna become cat form.
Regular. That's not legible.
I mean, it was regular. Regulable? Okay. Legible?
What's pick? Okay, should I draw you and me as a cat first? I feel that'd be the easiest.
Yeah. I don't even know what Pickle would look like as a person.
I have no idea either.
That. Maybe just like a person-sized Pixel.
Oh god. I don't know what we look like as cats.
Maybe like...
I think I have a powerful brow sometimes.
Maybe it would be like a very big... Maybe like a very large Pixel. Maybe he should be carrying one of us in his mouth like we're a kitten. And
what?
The other one...
No.
The other one riding on his back.
That sounds very complicated. I gotta figure out what these look like and put them in a mouth. I don't think so.
You just drawing pesto?
This is me.
This looks like you're drawing pesto.
I have a resting brow.
You're just drawing pesto.
Me and
no,
pesto.
You don't.
Me and pesto.
Not that hard. You've drawn yourself with a bigger brow than pesto.
Alright, okay. Well,
like your queen cat or something. You know pesto would be the queen still.
So low key.
Yeah, I guess that's more like it.
I got some bangs.
I gotta be super fluffy, yo.
Yeah, you are fluffy.
Thank you.
What kind of cat am I? Am I just like a tabby?
Yeah.
No, I want to be like a Wilson.
What, mischievous?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Do I have glasses? No, cats don't wear glasses. Do cats have bad vision? Can cats have bad vision?
I mean, you can have like cats that are blind and stuff. I don't know about poor eyesight. You can draw glasses on a cat. Again, this isn't real, Sarah. This is cartoon.
What? Okay, so this is
the magic of comics, Sarah.
There's a cat that actually does look like this across the road from us, and sometimes it hangs out in the window.
Oh, what, the big glorious fluffy one?
I love that cat.
Yeah, it's like literally just like around. It's like on a corner to us, kind of.
Toby hangs out on the windowsill a lot, and sometimes while I'm there, I'm like, well, might as well have a look at that cat is about.
Yeah, I do the same thing. We've only ever seen it like once or twice, but it's like a very glorious cat. I think that's an indoor cat as well. I don't think that's a cat that gets let outside. It's so fluffy. It would just get like it would just clean up. It would just pick up leaves. I bet. It's a very glorious cat.
All right, here we go. It's Pickle the person. Oh, look at him! Look how smushy he is.
Little guy.
Oh, he looks mad. You can tell he's Pesto's son. All right, here we go.
Good boy. Oh, look at him!
Oh,
He's
no.
so terrible.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm stressed out. What kind of hair does Pickle have?
Short and tidy, I guess.
Short and tidy? No, he's got.
Oh, he's so adorable.
Yeah. What kind of fashion sense do you think Pickle has?
Good.
Good fashion sense?
Good. Simple. Oh, Pickle's like, you stroke me and I've got to clean myself.
Oh, I also love to draw other mitt hands. They're really easy and they look cute.
Bury the Hammer in the chat says there are a pair of Maine Coons that belong to our neighbour and we like to spy on them from our second floor. So floofy.
My friend had Maine Coons. They are extremely floofy.
I had Maine Coon cats on the video game Cats.
That doesn't count.
I think it does. Does anyone in chat remember the video game Cats? There was like Cats and Dogs, but like Cats 2 and Dogs 2 was where it got good, where like there was like a lot more options and the graphics were a little bit nicer. But yeah, like I had some Maine Coons on there. They're really nice, very sort of patchy, lots of oranges and whites.
I think Pixel wears short shorts.
You think Pixel wears? Oh my.
Like,
this just looks like me, but without a beard.
No, it's not you. It's Pickle.
It looks like you've drawn me with no beard.
That's you. I've drawn Pickle with shoes. There we go. Now we're talking.
This is so weird.
Is it? Look.
Kay Hemming says yes. I remember. Oh, they were the best games. This is so weird. Maybe that's what our Super Adventure 3 should be like.
What?
We're cats and they're the humans. Or maybe like,
sorry.
maybe if we ever like run out of like our Super Adventure comics, we'll just go, hey, what if? Oh, okay, when they do like Halloween episodes of TV shows?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next Halloween it's like a bunch of comics where we're the cats and the cats are like a bunch of pals who live together. Well, I guess like not really pals,
cool.
it's like more of like a weird family unit.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look out for that next Halloween. Also, don't hold us to that. But what if, though? What
I've upset him. He's like, please, I just cleaned that. No, it's fine.
You gotta give him a little face scrunch. He loves
He's
his little face
busy.
scrunch.
He's gotta clean his whole bod.
Oh, but why?
I love him.
Pickle is the softest boy. yeah, hope you enjoy.
Oh, we're
hope you
signing
enjoy
off.
Human Pixel and me and Sarah as cats, which I think is pretty. I think that's pretty. I can see that. I think it works.
Yay!
But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, right?
Oh, okay. So we were playing Digimon World, and we didn't have a memory card, and I got a new one, and it blew.
It was amazing. If you watch the past stream, you'll watch. I've never been happier than when Sarah's Digimon evolved into a Numamon. A Numamon.
It's like, okay, so Numamon is like.
They can watch the stream. They can watch the stream.
Oh, okay. You don't want me to draw a cute little Numamon?
Oh, okay, draw us a cute little Numamon. So it's basically like a big green slug with lots of teeth. And it's like the worst one because its attack is really low and you can't really do much. So we've got a memory card now. Like we had a memory card but it was like a PS2 one, now we've got a PS1 one. And Sarah started a new game and got up to the point of... Basically got up to the same point that she was on when we streamed the other night. So it'll be like tuning in, but hey, it's like a what if thing. It's like, what if Sarah was playing and she got this flame-headed lad instead of like a soft green slug.
I played up. I got a decent Digimon. I got this one right here.
No name.
No here.
Fire lad.
The man made of fire. I got a man made of fire. I'm up to speed. We're gonna play Digimon World tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be at 6 p.m. Or is it 7?
7 to 9 p.m. British time. So pretty much the same time as the stream was ish, but a little bit later. Yeah, tune in then. We'll be doing Digimon. It's like a Digimon stream, Digimon series part 2.
Yeah.
Where Sarah's gonna collect all of the digital monsters and put them in her pocket.
Yep, that's the plan.
That's what the game is.
That's the plan.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm moving my butt out of shot again. Sorry. Pixel is like looking at the camera. I think Pixel is like.
Bye.
Pixel says goodbye too. Bye.
He wants to eat them. Let him.
I don't think he wants to. I think he's just curious.
He lick.
Oh, thank you, Pixel.
Oh, he's like, no.
Goodbye. He's like, clean me. Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Oh, and thank you if you back the Kickstarter or spread the word or whatnot.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Bye. Keep being super.
Keep being super.
Keep being super. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.